Hey, have any of you ever decided that you were going to start a business online? Way different than an online business like what I had or have with my network marketing business, which is a shopping website, along with we have our own products and we're independent contractors. Starting a business online is so much different than that other concept. And when I first started learning about it, I started learning about you need to have a website, and there was something about an email, either an app or an email system that you could put a series of emails in as people you developed programs that you would market to people through social media. So you needed to market through Facebook back then when I first learned about it. Now, I know a little bit more about LinkedIn and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. But anyway, you developed this program that you would sell. Basically, it was information that people wanted about any subject that you were comfortable with, and then you would capture people's emails. That's how they would get the program from you. And then those emails would go into this email system, and then you could email them, whatever it was that they purchased, or to provide them information on an ongoing basis. So at the very beginning, I took some classes with this young couple, and we started developing, an information program to put out there. And then it was, okay, well, we need to get one of these online email systems. And so I heard about Aweber. There's all kinds of different ones out there. And so I purchased the Aweber. It was a monthly fee. And you can put campaigns together to get the word out about whatever it is, the program that you're buying. And so I wanted to learn about the whole system before my program was all together. So I did that, and I started the process of getting a website. And through the course of learning all that, I'm trying to think if there was other pieces along that time. I became kind of creative. Like, I got to think about what value do I have to offer to people out there as a registered nurse and a certified nutritionist. And I did a lot of wellness 101s, which they were in person, small groups, sometimes in public areas with people, and just teaching people about basic nutrition concepts. And I did a 12-week weight management class. But that was all in person. Nothing was done online. And I started there, and I bought some programs to teach me about this online business concept. I did get the website up and going. I was not consistent with Facebook, and I just admired everybody that was out there that was putting things on Facebook and YouTube and just educating people. And so I started creating little videos that I could educate my team with my network marketing company, and that's kind of where I started. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to learn some of this so that I can educate people and pass on videos that I've created, and I kind of liked being in that space. So some years went by, I guess, and I settled into that. I never did finish a whole program that I was developing at the time. I sure wish that I could go back and would have continued with that line of thinking, but my husband and I moved, and we opened up started a trucking business up in the oil field, and that just took me away from some of what I was doing because of all of the paperwork, and just had no idea how time consuming that was going to be up here and busy the first few years that we lived up here. So lately I have been studying this whole all online, and it's like, okay, I am determined that I am going to make this happen. So what do I have to do? And I joined a group of women that had several people that I needed to help me connect all of the tech stuff together to my website and to make everything work together. So I started in that process, and they gave me some worksheets to look at and to fill out to get started with them. And the first thing was, who are you, for one thing? Who do you want to be out there in this online space? So I had to think about that. And then it's like, well, what values do you have? What's your mission statement? What is your branding going to be? And I never really thought of any of that. And then it's like, who is going to be your audience? Like, who do you want to talk to out in this online space? And they call them your avatars. I had never heard that before, except for through the Avatar movie. So all of this terminology came into my existence about creating an avatar and looking at my why, doing this on an online space, and being consistent with it and putting myself out there. And then I learned about Instagram and still had to have one of those, email capturing systems where you could send out an email to somebody if they bought one of your programs. So we're back to the program idea again of creating some information for people that they might want that you could either give to them, like a 5-day course, or your best 5 tips for this or that, or whatever it is. And still putting all of that together, having a calendar on there so people can schedule an appointment with you. And all the time in the meantime, I'm studying about wellness, and I'm studying about nutrition, and still helping people feel better from a natural standpoint, just talking to people on the phone and doing these wellness 101s. But I've never really charged for anything that I've done before. People buy supplements from us, but other than that, the education pieces of it have all been for free. So wellness seems to be a key thing that I keep going back to. I took a year-long class to become a functional nutrition and lifestyle coach, and that developed into another 4-month classes so that I could become certified in that, and I'm just finishing up with that. And there was just so much information about how the body works and how people can feel better from just not just taking supplements to feel better, but what is really going on inside the body. So how do you put all this together into an online space and get your message out there to people is a whole nother, aspect of who I am as a person. And so I just want to walk through, all of this. How do you keep all of the information in a place where you can find it? Because I am a notebook taker. I take notes like crazy, and I have notebooks all over the place, which goes into 3-ring binders, and I make copies of stuff, and then pretty soon I have 30 3-ring binders, and am I ever going to go back to all of that information and figure out what's all in there? Probably not. So I found a system. It's called a Trello board, and it's something that I can use either on my phone or on my computer, and I can keep all of this information in there, and I can develop programs in there and ideas, and I can write blogs in there, and I can write emails, and just ideas can just come come to me and I can write them down in a running list, and they're all on this Trello board that is organized according to, the different topic areas and stuff. So I want to teach you about that too. And there's so many pieces to it, but I am trying to figure out like a good way to teach people how to start. Like, if you want to be part of this online space and to capture clients and or customers through this online space, there's people looking for you and the value that you have to offer out there in the world. And it's becoming comfortable in this space, and it's different because people get to know you, but you don't know them. So it's not like a one-to-one relationship where, or even if you're in a group of people live in a room, you can see each other and you can get to know each other, sit down and talk to people. Where this is, people are learning about you if you put yourself out there, and you don't necessarily know who they are, but they're getting to know you because of the information that you're putting out there. And being comfortable with that. I didn't really think about it like that until a business coach told me that last week, that you're not going to know all these people, and you're not going to be able to touch all of these people, but people are watching you, and you are going to attract the people that you're giving value to them. It's just finding your voice and finding out who you are out there, and being able to connect the pieces to continue to give people value, which I am an educator. I love to teach what I'm learning, especially about wellness, but also I am really passionate about this online space because I really think that it could be a key for people for another income source in their life. No matter if you sell signs made out of wood, or if you're a company that you have supplements, or maybe you manufacture your own supplements and you want to get them out there, or maybe you just have some great ideas that people are looking for, that kind of information, and you want to get it out there and develop a program that people can purchase from you. So that is what this space is going to be about. Besides wellness, it will be videos on both topics, and I will shoot some Zoom videos on some of the different programs that I am learning how to navigate my way through, and introduce you to people that are specializing in helping people be consistent on the social media platforms. Virtual assistants, I didn't even know there was such a thing, but they are amazing people that can help with the tech part of it. Some specialize in writing content for you if you have a subject that you want somebody to research and actually help you put it together a little bit. You can do that. They can create amazing things with graphics. There's graphic design people out there that will put your ideas and your creativeness into just amazing PDFs for you that you own. So anyway, thank you for listening, and I will be back on tomorrow to talk more about business. Have a great day.